Well, good evening, everyone. Hello. Thanks for being here. Hopefully everything sounds okay. I just adjusted like everything. I spent the last half hour like tweaking all the... But note to self, don't ever do that. But I tweaked all my audio-visual stuff, so hopefully it's okay. Everyone, welcome in. I'm Yumble. We're going to play a lot of City Skylines today. I hope you like train stations. That's essentially what this boils down to. It's going to be a train station with a bunch of connectivity. Hopefully just using vanilla. So when I say vanilla, I mean DLC assets. So that's including like the content creator packs and things like that. Everyone, thanks for being here. Adam, Raphael, Emirhan, Matt. When does it start? There was a 5-minute timer up in the corner. Little digital clock. Karsten, thanks for being here. Greg, Astronash, Jonah in the house. Sorry if I missed some people. I'm going as fast as I can. Guys, we're going to start the game in just a second. First, I want to go in and take a peek in the workshop, because I haven't checked the workshop in days, which is a long time for me, honestly. Long-time lurker. Andrew, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Jonah, the best time to tweak things is 30 minutes before live. It's... No. Because I'm sitting here, like, for a second, my camera stopped working, and I was like, I guess stream's canceled. There was like a minute where I was like, I guess it's off for tonight, and then I like messed with everything. It started working again. I said, okay, I guess it's back on. But for technical reasons, it's not a good idea to tweak all your equipment right before a show. But I digress. This is the Steam Workshop. There's stuff in here. I saw this on Instagram. This looks crazy. Like what you see, thumbs up. Yeah, it looks great. Check these out. I don't know how much I'm going to do with the beach today, so I'm not really going to get them, but these look really good. They're decals, so they're not animated or anything, but WM, thanks for being here. Howdy. I'm not a mask. Yeah, JJR. I think that DLC and content creator packs, all of that is like necessary. So many are necessary. That's a video that I've not made, but I should make. Like top DLC and why they're necessary, that type of thing. I mean, I can tell you it's easy. It's After Dark, Snowfall, Mass Transit. Everything else is more complicated, but those are the top 3, in my opinion. But then it depends what you want. Like, do you want, like for DLC, do you want to do more with industry? Then get industries. If you want more mechanics, there's DLC for that. But I just want like the bare bones DLC, and then give me the what's the content creator pack that comes with all the train stations? That one. That one's mainly what we're going to be looking at today. Japanese high school assets look fun, yeah. The Donutology restaurant, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Industries, yeah, a lot of people love it. So this is something I've been looking at from afar. I haven't been on my computer in a few days, but this balances the amount of traffic coming in from a given spawn based on, I think, the size of the road, if I'm not mistaken. So if you really wanted to take the ideas that I've been messing with and push them all the way, like less roads in a city, reducing the highway, that kind of thing. I've been thinking about that for the last probably year, but this is a good addendum to that. This is a good like tool in your toolbox for that idea, where if you wanted to, here, I'll put this in the workshop. I haven't tried it yet. I think it's in beta. But the idea is perfect. If I ever want to do a non-highway city, this is actually the perfect way to do it. Alex, welcome in. Smiley's has crazy row houses. Yes. Today, I don't think I'm going to be filling in the city, but I really want to get the like transit hub. I want to do a central transit hub and see like how far we can push that idea and kind of throw like have a dialogue about it. But I'd really love to do train, metro, tram. Probably not bus today, or maybe bus. I don't know. It depends how things go. But I hope everyone's into transit hubs. So TDW, the longtime homie of the channel, came out with Blank Road Builder, and I'm not sure I fully understand. I think it has to do with the asset editor. Well, I mean, we can read it and find out. It looks really, really cool, though. Go to the editors. Select a theme. Roads category. Errold, welcome in. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome in. Oh, thumbnail maker. Okay. So there's a thumbnail maker. Ah. It must generate the road too, right? Setting lane-specific properties. I believe it's for making roads, if I'm not crazy. Scipio, welcome in. Have I tried futuristic public transit yet? No, I haven't. Astronash, did it work well? You're waiting for your new PC? Yeah, blank roads are kind of the future because people really like customizing things. If you're into intersection marking tool, which isn't even listed because it's not essential for the mod to work, but if you really like marking up your roads, a blank road builder is a blank check to any network that you could possibly want. So that's a cool idea. You just have to draw the markings in yourself is the one downside. Does everything sound okay, by the way? Does the voice to music volume ratio, are we copacetic? This looks really good too. I'm not going to get any of these just yet. So many good looking assets in the workshop these days. You can see that orange haze from the After Dark update. Like, I've for a while I was trying to figure out what Daylight Classic was all about, and really it's about getting rid of this orange look. If you look at that like permanent sunset look, that's the After Dark update. Evil Dave, welcome in. Yeah, gaming, yeah, months ago. Switched to YouTube. I don't tend to stream as much because it's I don't know, things have been really busy lately. But I've tried to keep up with making videos, at least weekly. Sounds good? Okay, good. No buffer. No buffer. Yes, voice okay. Music, question mark. If you're on headphones, you can probably hear the music. I mean, there's music playing. If you're listening on a phone, or your iPod or something, or even a laptop, you probably don't hear the music. The music is just a nice, like, noise floor. The fire station reminds you of an old Lego set, yeah. Here's the fruits of... Ooh. A new looking map. I want to check that out. But here's the fruits of someone's labor using blank roads. BR4, right? KPTR made a pedestrian. So it's a BRT. BRT. These would be pedestrian stops. So bus rapid transit in the center lanes. Cars outside of that pedestrian sidewalk. Bikes. And then pedestrians again. That's actually really, really good. I'd love to see an actual picture of it, but I guess it just looks the way it looks. But yeah, that's how that diagram reads to me. You can hear it? Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I want the music to be quiet enough that people can put their own music over it, potentially. I don't want the music to be, like, in the way. I did. I don't know... Greg, I don't know what the Donutology asset is. I do have a BRT road, though. If we wanted to do bus rapid transit, we could. So for those of you that aren't familiar, bus rapid transit is when you have a bus in the middle of the road. Let me show you. With stops that are also in the middle of the road. So it's kind of like a tram. If you think about how a tram functions, generally in the center. I'm subscribed to one. I know it for sure. Here, let's check my stuff. Subscribed items. This one. 4-lane avenue, bike lanes, bus rapid transit. I think this is a very cool idea. BRT with bikes on the sides. So you have a dedicated bus lane with stops in the middle. I got a new keyboard too. It's ergonomic, so the keys are split. Let's see if I could show you. It's just the standard like Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. And like there's not, you know, I don't feel totally debilitated, but it is like slightly it feels a lot different. I'm typing just the same, but I have to like second guess myself. It's not second nature yet, but I like it. It's a cheaper way to do trams, correct? Yeah, in-game it doesn't matter. In-game you could probably just do trams instead. But I like this as a concept. And they didn't build it into the game yet, which is a bit unfortunate. But pedestrians would cross to the center and then walk down to their bus stop, or you put a crossing nearby. They have to be able to get out, so you need a crosswalk. But I think the concept is solid. In the long term, tram is better, yeah. It depends on the story you're trying to tell. If you're trying to tell the story of a city who wanted to afford tram, who wanted to upgrade their bus lanes somewhat cheaply, if that's the story you're going for, then go crazy. So this map, oh, bunch of dependencies. Jeez. Never mind. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't commit to a bunch of dependency. I just purged everything, by the way. Everybody. This is... Let's see where my stuff begins. Here, so all the mods, for the most part, are below this line. It's only mods. These are the only assets and themes that I'm subscribed to currently. So I have very limited mods. It's just visual stuff. Make your own really big BRT road? Oh, geez. They can walk the block. It depends. It depends on the story you're trying to tell. If you're trying to tell the story of people that have to walk to the end of the block to cross, then sure. All right, let's find a map. I want to play a map. I want to play a nice map. Something kind of flexible. Ooh. Probably something mainland, but the screenshots are nice enough here that I want to look. No, not for my purposes. This one looks nice, but the dependencies are too out of control. Too many trees. Too much going on. Let's actually refine this to most popular 3 months and see if there's anything. Oh, the Teddy Radko map. I do love this map, but it's a little too developed. Love Teddy, love the map, but the road network is already kind of pre-imagined in a way. And I want to imagine... I want to imagine my own road network. So I love what he did with the place, but it's already sort of predefined. Very, very nice. Like, let's see this. Avail Valley vanilla assets. Where's the buildable area? All right, we're starting with a trumpet. I want to see an overview. I want to see a larger overview. There we go. Like this one. So this is the buildable spot, clearly. I don't see where the trains come in, but that's part of the fun. I have a video about that. For those of you that are still having problems after the latest updates, I've got a video that talks about how to solve your like crashing and everything after the update. If your mods aren't working properly, all that kind of thing. I know I said I didn't want to do an island, but this does look really nice too. Look at that. I love the fields. I do like pre-made fields. Not a big fan of pre-made road network, depending on what my mood is. But Azura is nice. Yeah, Azura is nice. This one has like the dead train station off to the side here. But yeah, I like predetermined fields to build off of, sorta. It's a good time. 8-9, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Let's see what this one's about. I don't like the theme they're using. It's a little too dark. The other themes and screenshots looked a little better to me. Maybe it's because I haven't seen a good overview, but... Oh, it's a collaboration. Collaborina. It's in the name. Blake, welcome in. Mod with the dirt. Are mods working for me? Yeah. I have a video about how to readjust your mods to adapt to the new stuff. Like my current... It's in the description. If you want to check that out, in the description there is a... There is a link to my mod list, which is current. Which is, as far as I know, it's completely current. What is going on? Hold on, what am I looking at here? I must have played this map at some point. I'm already subscribed to it, but... I don't see a train. Not a train in sight. I would prefer the train be right next to the starting tile, basically. Oh, nice, Julie. Conway, New Hampshire. This is appealing because it's where I'm from. But it's not really... It's not the vibe for what I'm thinking for today. Ooh, cool. Very interesting. You don't see much of this. You don't see much rural intersections explored because they break down quickly. They're a temporary solution for your budding city, but rural intersections, very interesting. Coastal plateau. Let's go back a little further. Let's go back 6 months. See what we got. That was a good one. Now, Nanao looked really good. I actually have this one. And I started on it, but oh, that's right. This one had a road running across it as well. The pre-existing road running across the map area is a bit scary. Like, this map has this road sort of bypassing the highway, or the highway is bypassing this road. But this road is kind of scary because the cars use it as a cut-through. So it's... might not be ideal. A Vale Valley. Let's do a Vale. Let's just do it. I liked this one earlier. I'm sure I have a map theme that will work. I could get Melbourne just in case. Nice. All right, let's do it. Let's get crazy. No rail on it. Yeah, islands are tricky because like a rail system, it's hard to have any sort of extensive rail system. Do I watch World Cup? It's on, like, when I'm at work, it's on, and I was at a restaurant and it was on, but, like, I'm not like a sports fan. It's not just football. It's like sports in general. Do I call it football? Do I call it soccer? What the heck is gridiron? I don't know. Can I get my darn green screen aligned? Never. Which way do I have to kick this to fix it? This way. Technical difficulties. All right. Don't show again, thank you. So I'm going to start a new game. I have super minimal mods right now. It's truly just the visual mods at the moment. A Vale Valley. Welcome to a Vale. Start. CLM. What transit hub? I'm not exactly sure, but I want to start with a train station. And if it's a train hub, there is one that I do like. It's a train station plus an above ground metro. So at grade train station, grounded, and a above grade metro. And then there's those metro tracks. I would love to use those too. The over road metro tracks. I might have to get them later. We shouldn't really have to build a train track over a dam. You could potentially, you could make that work. I've seen crazier things. Oh, I'm missing something? Generic tree large? Dang. Hopefully that doesn't impact anything negatively. My immersion. Yeah, sorry about your immersion. So these days, I live in Northern Virginia. And it gets dark out really, really early. So it's like 4:30 right now. It's 4:22. And it is already almost totally dark out. Real dusky. Not like that. The theme is all messed up. I'm going to have to fix this. Oh my god. Oh no. Here, 1 second. Let me... Oh no. What can be done? I'm going to turn off the camera while I adjust this because it's interfering with the green screen and making me terrifying. We're going to do... Ooh. It is render it... Well, it's a few different things. It's probably part render it and probably part... What's this called? Theme mixer. Do I have a pack on the workshop? I do. Everything you seek is in the description of this video. I wonder what theme I'm on right now. Lush Coast. All right, that's a start. Lush Coast really isn't bad. The grass is a bit cartoony, and the sprites are turned on right now, but... Let's see what we're working with map-wise. I'll turn the camera back on in a second, everybody. Just sit tight for a moment. I prefer Lush Coast for what I'm seeing just off the cuff. I'm preferring Lush Coast at a glance. But then we can go in and like turn off the grass sprites and stuff. The grass sprites are kind of messy. I forget where they are. We should be camera safe by now. We should be all right. Sofa, welcome in. Maybe a dark theme wouldn't be such a bad option. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty much okay with this. As long as my like daylight classic settings are okay. Oh, they did a 1-lane situation. I would love a 2-lane situation here. But I like what I'm seeing overall, altogether. A train monorail hub. I'm probably not going to do the monorail. It always feels like... Monorail feels not real, is the best way I can describe it. Oh, real natural. Jeez. Oh, you know what I'm using right now? I'm using Render It all over the place, I believe. I think I have the LUT deactivated in Render It. That's okay. I'm not going to mess with the visuals anymore. Like, the map looks pretty good. Can we agree? It's very foggy, but the colors look okay to me. Like, this doesn't look too bad. Monorails are for Disney World. Yeah, they feel like non-viable. They feel like a... Maybe it's The Simpsons that ruined it, but the monorail feels like a scam. Now, where are things going to go? I don't have Clouds and Fog Toggler, nor do I have Fog Controller. As much as I'd like to, I don't think I have a way to get rid of the fog. Dang. And LUTs aren't going to do anything because... Oh, here's what I can do. I can go into Render It. I can turn off the color grading. Yep, there we go. Turn off the color grading and then go through some of these. Let's see. Vibrant. Neutral doesn't look bad to me. It's pretty dark, but I can fix that too. It's okay. Can get rid of the fog in Render It / Play It. Is that true? Play It? Can I get... oh, fog intensity. I don't know that I can. I already have it turned all the way down. That's okay. That's okay. We can hang out with the fog for today, right? Is that okay? Major emotional damage. Yeah, this looks okay to me. It looks balanced pretty well against my, like, skin tone. That's kind of what I'm looking at as a... It's good to have a little picture of myself in the corner, so I have kind of a barometer, because I know how my camera is set up. Let's just roll with it. I may change things later. Or at least let's turn up the... close these. Too much going on. At least turn up the exposure a little bit. There we go. Just a little. Oh, God. That's what I mean. That's why it's just a little. It's so green screen active. Can I get like a little bit out of it? Just a little bit. That's it. That's it. Don't touch anything ever again. Visuals are so like finicky in this game. It's crazy. All right. I still don't like the green screen. So the transit hub is going to go approximately in this area. All right, never again. Don't touch anything ever again. That's the new rule. Play It and Render It work okay with the new release? Yeah. Daylight Classic has always been funky for me. This kind of has a good look overall. I'm comfortable with this. If I were to take like screenshots of this, I'd be pretty happy. The fog is just out of control. So for starters, let's look at what transit hub options we have. Let's see what we... Ooh, public transport hubs. It doesn't have to be a pre-built hub. In fact, I'd prefer it not be a pre-built hub. Let's just get a road on the ground so we can see what's going on. Standard vanilla road right here. How hilly is this exactly? The hub will go here, I foresee. I think this is my first time playing cities on the new keyboard, which is interesting. All right, just to get things going, let's look at these buildings. So this one's crossover. That's not what I'm looking for. I already know. This one is cool, but I don't like that the tracks are already elevated, actually. This one is my favorite. Of all the ones that I've looked at recently, I'm most interested in this one because it is a combination elevated metro and multi-platform train station. Now, how we work this in with the train track so close is going to be the trick. I might 81 tiles it up and like unlock more tiles to get further away. Randy, welcome in. How are you? And Fizzy Juice, thanks for being here. Pyro in the house. Greetings. Greetings, Randy. Are the planning roads mod? I've never used them. They look good though. As a concept. So let's actually unlock a few more tiles. I don't know if it's better to buy them or just unlock them. Here, let's just unlock them with 81 tiles. Just the central 25 for now. Should be fine. It's instantaneous. That's so good. I love it when things seem to work well. The key word there is seems. Seems to work well. Elevation, elevation, elevation. I'm going to flatten out the area where we want the thing to go. So right around here, I think. We're going to take this entire hill down, and it's going to go on this light area here. I think that's the end result. There we go. All right. Train station, train station, train station. So this is going to be a what I'd call a terminal station, meaning it's at the end of the line. Like clearly the road has made it to the water. We're at the waterfront. We're at the waterfront. We're at the end of the river. The train stops here, and stuff is built up around it in this area. But a transit hub is quite a good starting point, I think. Can't tell if you're saving cloud. To save in the cloud, you just have to check the cloud box, like the use Steam cloud. If you check that box before saving, then it'll save to the cloud. I imagine everything comes off. I might even only use like 2 platforms to connect to the outside world. FVR, welcome in. Thanks for subscribing. We may only use 2 or 3 platforms to connect to the outside world and then save the others for internal connections. Would be interesting. So let's see a good way to approach this. Maybe we'll leave 1 off to the left to get to the other side over here somewhere. We're at the combination train station and metro station. Yes, I was listening to that 2 days ago. I'm at the Pizza Hut. All right. I'm thinking 3 tracks come off this way and consolidate with the outside world. So it's 20 units. Interesting. The stations are 20 units long, which makes me think that that's about what the trains are. So maybe that's a good upper limit for the length of trains for this situation. So maybe the answer is 10 units, 20 units, and then connect these 2 to respect that 20 unit value. So this can go all the way to here. And maybe we do the same kind of thing on this side too. If I wanted to get real crazy, we could curve this whole thing, but I feel like curving right out of the station is not a great move necessarily. But it would be more visually appealing. What do we think? Should these curve, or should I just stay the course on this? Killing trees? I'm not killing them. I'm eviscerating them. I'm destroying them. Here's a different approach. Different concept. Same but different. On what will become the middle one, I'm going to go 20 units up. Is there an easy way to do what I'm trying to do? Of course not. 10 plus 10 is 80 plus 80. So I'm looking for 80 plus 80. I'll kind of have to eyeball it. These aren't standard spacing. That's okay. We can do it. We can make this work. This can work. We can make this work. They'll get a little closer together. It is possible to do this perfectly, spacing-wise, but it's really slightly annoying. But I am who I am, so I'm going to have to do it. Let's put it this way. I definitely prefer network multi-tool to parallel road tool. Oh, Blake, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for your continued... what's it ship? Membership. All right, looks to me... What button is it to even do this? Plus, minus, right? There it is. 20 meters. What an odd spacing. But okay. This is fine. So here's the actual plan. We reconnect this bit. with the old freeform road tool. That'll work. And then we do this one further to the left. So this one will continue on a bit more than the previous one. You can hit tab to go the other way. Increase it to 20 meters. I don't think this is too implausible. I think it's okay. Build a clover stack, a railroad clover stack. Definitely possible. I don't really know if it's necessary. Wherever it looks best is where this is going to go. Should be all right. Reasonable? Reasonable enough? None of this is necessary. Wouldn't tracks go in different directions? North, south, east from the station? Yeah, that's why I'm leaving 3 empty tracks. So this one would go somewhere over here. Like the theory being maybe there's another community that grew up nearby, and this could swing around and cross the river over here and go to that community or something. Same with these two, just 2 other stations here for maybe 2 other areas. Maybe there's one area that's straight across that's directly connected. Maybe there's an area off to the right here. So I just want 3 tracks dedicated to inner city traffic is what's going on. What's the train station asset called? It is the Glassbox Transport Hub. It comes with the Content Creator Pack. So it's one of the public... Yeah, Content Creator Pack. I think it was Bad Peanut that did these, actually. Why the initial curve, though? Oh, I don't know. Just a party. Just to make an interesting shape. This one came out a bit weird. This one's very close to its fellow nodes here. Let's fix this. Dave, what's up? Welcome in. Sounds like there's a plan. Yeah, I'm messing around. Now, let's see. Just because we can. Correct, just because we can. I wanted to leave more... I didn't want to cut this area off too much, so I didn't want the train tracks to go straight back. I wanted to leave a little extra space for this section of town here. This also doesn't get the highway into this area, but that's okay. It's not about that. Just yet. Let's look into the heights. This may or may not help. Just want something more even looking in appearance. And then hit each of these with just like a click of node controller. My God. What's happened? Oh, that's not so bad. Something like that's good. That'll work. This one, I don't even want to touch it. Yes, I do. Just kidding. Tree anarchy is killing you. It's just killing you. It's just how it is. As I said earlier, I'm still getting used to this keyboard. I didn't even make these trees. These trees are just on the tracks from the map creator. It's all about the tree anarchy settings, though. If they set it up a certain way and had tree anarchy, like, hiding, if the trees were hidden, they're not actually gone. Like, this is all just map shenanigans right now. All this. All this is map shenanigans. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. Your computer can run City Skylines if you believe aggressively. I like what I'm seeing. Killing it softly. Brian, thank you. Let's see. What's the secret to knowing what depth your metro is at so you can add on to it? If you click on anything, it tells you what the depth is. So like if I take a standard metro station here, and this isn't really where it's going to go, I don't suppose, but if I go here and then I take track, this should work. If I take track and click on it, it's at negative 12 meters. So I can see it there. I don't know if it shows it without precision engineering. Like, this is definitely precision engineering that's making this happen. This one is positive 12. Which is beautiful. This is a bit wild, I think. The how severe this turn is may warrant a bit of node controller. That's not a bad start either way. We thought the track wasn't being used more because there were trees. No, the trees don't affect the cars. The trains are just not affected. Just gonna go through this whole thing and just squish it. Squish it a bit so it looks a bit more natural. This part of town would probably have an overpass to get over the existing rail infrastructure. Now, I'd want if there's a double-tracked metro station, I think it's this one, parallel underground metro station. Yeah. This would be awesome. This would be a wonderful thing to use, I think. Oh, there's a bigger one, too. Large underground metro station. Ah. I kind of want to use this one because it's just quicker. But then it's pointed. Man, I wish there was this one, the parallel. I wish there were this above ground component with this below ground component, because a crossing thing is super beneficial. Well, here, let's just see. Wow. That's what we have? Okay. I did not realize that's what this map theme is doing. Oh, that's the Windows button. New keyboard, everybody. New keyboard. Shoutouts to new stuff. Somewhere thereabouts. Just to see about where this could go. Probably here. And let's see how this snaps. If we snap it to the grid, let's see how close we can get it. The grid hates me. So I think the goal should be to have the metro accessible directly from the train station. So when you get off the train, you go down your escalator. It's all built in. You get off your metro or your train stop, and you should be able to walk to the underground metro as necessary. Ideally, I guess it would be just in the building here, which I could accomplish with 2 separate metro stairs. It's not quite as cool But what we could do is like two regular stations oriented differently. Dump a coffee? No. I just my fingers would hurt after playing. And that's no fun. When your fingers hurt after playing your favorite game. Not ideal. If I do it this way, I can have the metro stations right in the zone, possibly. Like one... Oh, Windows button again. Please cooperate. We could have one oriented this way and sort of snapped in here. Or it could be hidden entirely. It could be over near the stops here. But one going one way and one going the other way. The unfortunate thing is with that there's no separation between the two. So they would this track and the other track would be hitting each other. The grid doesn't hate you, it just disapproves of your extensive curve usage. Well then. No. It has to be this building. I really like this one. Or get the custom one from the Steam Workshop would be the other option. There's a custom version of this that's just a little block like this. So maybe for now... Maybe for now... There's always that crazy structure. I think it's a park. But those crazy covers that came with the last update. Where are they? The crazy pedestrian covers. This. Small glass roof plaza. Is there a shorter one for thin roads? This is the small version, but it's still for huge roads. Darn. If only. I would love for there to be rain cover for this one. That's all. In real life, it would be connected. It would all be one building with just underground paths. Unlocking the subway tracks and lowering them? Oh, that could work, but it'll probably break the station paths. There are invisible pedestrian paths that are supposed to connect to it. You hate sprites? Yeah, me too. The sprites are easy enough to fix, right? It's in one of these. Show grass sprites off. Show fertile sprites off. There. I don't know if that improves anything, though, because this map is kind of ridiculous. Like the map theme. The sprites almost balance out how ridiculous it looks. Let's see. You're going to build your own BRT roads with 3 separate roads and feed it into a really cursed intersection. Good luck, DeBoer. Why not use the wide one? We could. We could have a wider road. Maybe. Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. The thing is kind of silly, though. I'm not sure. Is this sort of thing plausible in real life? Where's my small glass roof plaza? Plausible. Oh, it's nice that it's pretty much the same height as the train station. There might be something to it because of that. I don't like that it's overlapping, obviously, but I would negotiate the whole thing. I'm gonna have to look at the keyboard every time. That type of clipping isn't so bad. Oops. Windows key again. Right, right. I should probably face these both the same way. I love the bollards though. The tables aren't bad either. Stack a few plazas like this, but place a pedestrian road parallel to it. Oh, like two roads right next to each other in there? I would rather do a single large road in this situation. Oops. Let's see if we can't pull that off. So we got to go 13 units down to get the measurement. And then we'll see what kind of large road we got going on. Or not necessarily a large road, yes, but ideally it has tram and bike at the very least. Let's take a look at this. The new ones are real nice. I don't love my pavement theme. I'll be perfectly transparent. But just as a start, this is not bad. 2 one-ways? No, not for this. Big city, welcome in. Whites, welcome in. Hello. Running tram tracks through the unoccupied part of the plaza may be nice. No, I understand. I get what everyone's meaning is. I'm just not so convinced. Here's what I'd really want to do. Either this... Oh, never mind. Not even auto road. Just go crazy with the tram, this one. The tram pedestrian one. It's a great looking network. Or this. Or this, but that one doesn't look as good to me. Of the 3 in my current color settings, I like this one the most, but generally I think this one's the best looking. Isn't that nice? New to Advanced CS, vids have been helpful. Hey, negative, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to help. So now this is a pedestrian area if I actually commit to this. Here's what I'd imagine. It would be like one... one of these subway stations facing one direction and the other one turned 90 degrees from it is, I think, what I'm imagining. So 10 units on that side. For now, I'll just use regular road just to measure this out and see what it looks like, see what it could be. We'll grab this, repeat it. So right now they're both facing the same direction, but I'd want one of them turned 90 degrees. I think. I think this is the answer that I'd be looking for. Tram, this one. Super duper. Realistically, I suppose this would probably be pedestrian road here. But for now, as a placeholder, we'll just do parking road. So I'd imagine one facing this way and the other facing that away. So the effect is one facing the same as this and the other facing the other way. Like having one above ground to go to one place and then two underground to go to two other places. And also having extra train connections to expand the train later. 98 degrees is a bit obtuse, I agree. I would have to say yes. Attach the right one to the corner of the other road? So the P&P subway stations take up a lot of space. One of them doesn't suit my needs because it's parallel roads. Parallel metro. The other one is enormous. If it were just the station underground, I would definitely do this one. But because of the way it is, it's a whole lot. There's a whole lot going on there. What mod for the bottom bar menus? I'm not sure what you mean specifically. Right. It's this one, right? Oh, it doesn't give the same benefit. Darn, I thought that I could use the same type of road. I know that these will do the cool texture and have the correct texture in the middle. Do these not do that? No, they don't. Because I'd be somewhat okay with this type of thing here. Totally that one. And then that one there. It's just the pavement that's freaking me out right now. Not a fan of the pavement. I might not have a better one though. Oh. Yep, that'll work fine. Never mind. Perfect. Perfectly unobstructed. Perfectly whatever. Out of the way. There does have to be a part where cars actually pass through. Maybe the cars just pass through on the sides, though. The mod that organizes roads by size? Yeah, Better Roads Toolbar, I believe it's called. When you set up metro stations, some of your stations will not let you put a stop. Are they next to each other? Yeah, it's Better Roads Toolbar. Yep, that's it. Thanks, Daryl. Wiggle, wiggle with node controller. Oh, there's little steps on the sides. Weird. Does this change if I use a different... No, it doesn't care. I think I'm committed to the tree road. Yeah. That one's not bad. The crosswalks work for me too. It would be even better if this whole thing was one giant crosswalk. Thusly. Oh, there's not a way to do it. There's no connectors on the very outside. What? I can't do anything with this. I can mark the tram tracks, but that's all. That's ridiculous. I've never looked at this before. This is tram. This is tram right here. These are tram tracks. but I can't use intersection marking tool to do anything. That's not going to help at all. I'm going to turn the crosswalks back on. If that's how it's got to be, then that's how it's got to be. The front of the station. Yeah. It's, yep, tram station. All about it. Love a good tram station. I would certainly have the tram go off in other directions. The tram would be like the local downtown loop, and this would be the metro hub for the whole thing, I would imagine. Delete it, redraw? No, it's not like a problem. It's just not... They just don't exist. The dots that I want do not exist. It's not that they're... There's not anything wrong. That's just the way it is. It's not a problem. It's just a fact. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Diego. Yeah, I've got kind of some weird settings right now, but it's working. It's doing okay. It makes me like the fog. The colors are so ridiculous that the fog kind of chills it out almost. So I guess cars would have to make their way in too. Sounds like a whole thing, but cars. Okay. For this one, let's have the train track follow this mess around. Let's see if we can't make this look okay. So parallel. Let's see how far we can push this. Right to there is totally good. Oh, it connected too. That's interesting that it knew to connect. It usually doesn't do that. Hello there, Ubik, welcome in. More connectors with control? What? Is that true? Is that a thing? More connectors with control? Hold on now. No, control is how you move points. Control does nothing to add connectors. Control is how I would move this if I wanted to. Oh, well, I guess I could move them to the outside. That would solve it in a sense. I'll revisit that. Let's get this going. Let's finish what I started. Has everyone got their game up and running again? In the last month? 2 months? The last 2 months it's been a bit rough. Mod-wise. S-bend is kind of ridiculous in this situation. Maybe S-bend to the next... Yeah, to the next one up. Let's see what that looks like. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, that's good. That's what makes sense here. Oh, that one's ridiculous. How about this? Let's see what an outright curve from here to here looks like. It's going to get kind of far away from the current setup, I believe. But I'll try it 2 different ways to see. Curve it. Swerve it. Pretty much. One more back. Yeah, that's better. It's space consuming, but it's not more space consuming than a highway interchange, and it'll flow a lot more people. So that's okay. Joe Kim, catch you later. Husband texted you at 5 a.m. told you really lost track of time, huh? No, Move It isn't incompatible. I have Move It. It's behind me. You can't see it, but I mean, this is Move It. I definitely have it. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, you mean like the game is flagging it or whatever. Yeah, no, the game flagging stuff is not finished yet. There was that one time. Something happened months ago, yeah. Let's see, Plaza. Plaza. The Plaza Hotel. Small fountain. This is pretty clean. As a concept. I might swap the trees out. I think these are the chestnut trees or something. This whole spot is a bit of a plaza, really. This is quite large. At 32 meters wide, this is actually a lot of space just off to the side here. Do I have no commercial? What in the world? Oh, no commercial plazas. There we go. I certainly have commercial. Commercial wall to wall. I do prefer the look of these buildings to the look of the older ones. Like just in general, all of the new assets are kind of stepped up a bit in quality. Mm-hmm. Just 4x4, please. I assume I did this one here, so maybe there's another one. Are these the same but opposite? Or are they just the same? Wait. You like the trees? Oh, there's nothing wrong with them. Yeah, these are fine trees. That would be great if they retextured everything. That would be so revitalizing to everything. Everything in the game. I think the community would love that. But it would also take a lot of energy, a lot of effort. I'm trying to make a place for all of the transit in the city to stem from. So this is kind of the central station. As you can see, the highway kind of surrounds this point. It's where the water meets the ocean, the river meets the ocean, which is a pretty good spot for a city. So the whole thing is pretty reasonable, I think. But it's just a central transit hub. That's the idea. It's so dark. I truly don't know the difference between these two. Commercial high 1 4x4 level 3. Commercial high corner. This one's a corner. Still extremely dark. Extremely, extremely dark. No, I don't like it. Organic and local produce. Could be the commercial wall-to-wall stuff. The modern city center stuff is okay, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Maybe the taller one on the other side. Bro, let me play. So cars would have to also be able to make it through this mess. There has to be a point where cars also come through. I don't know that I want it to be this, because I'm already kind of liking that this is a bit of a plaza. This is already very walkable, bikeable, very good. Do the pedestrian paths count as bike paths? Does anyone know? Kevin, keep dreaming. The illumination looks borked. Yeah, I think you're right. There's something funky going on with that darker building. There is a trick to get the shadows to be lighter. Here, let me show you. If your shadows are too dark, go to lighting in render it and turn down your render it. Let's see if this works. Turn down the render it and then turn up your exposure in the other one. Theme mixer. So it makes the shadow side a little less dark overall. I don't know, one is affecting the exposure of the camera in game, and one is affecting the brightness of the sun in game. So they both kind of work together. They can use them. Bike highways, please. Pedestrian does not bike. Yeah, I mean, can bikes use this is what I really want to know. I think it would be a very viable move to use a bikeable tram road coming out of this, actually. Like this here. So that everyone can bike directly to this whole situation. I think that... Oh, is this also cars? Is there not a just tram and bike network? Does that not exist? A small one, that is. This is the same one, right? Yeah, that's the same. I just think it's so cool that the tram can go right through the middle of the whole thing. Overall. Mix and match all you want. As a Dutch person, even suggesting bike and pedestrian as one lane is blasphemy. I'm sure that there's an area in front of buildings, though, where this is where the bike rack would be. This is where the bike garage would be. So there's an area where you eventually have to get off your bike to deliver it to the bike garage. Am I mistaken? Or some sort of similar implement. This one might be what I'm actually imagining. This idea here. New players learn how to use public transport. I do, yeah. If you look up my name with public transport, there should be a bunch. There's one about transit hierarchy. Like a few months ago, I made a couple transit videos. Can't you just ban cars? Yeah, but Dylan, I don't want to go all over creation to do that. The problem is how much effort that will take. There are bikes here, then there are people. Belgium, you can easily have a traffic light, 3-lane roundabout, no markings, 5 different speed signs. I don't know what you mean. Sounds like a lot though. I like that. I imagine at one point the fields here, I'm essentially using these farm fields, these fertile areas and things to determine where the road might have initially formed. Like the original path that went around the field might have become a more major road later. So I'm kind of using the trees as the geography here. Instead of a shoreline or the bottom of a mountain or something. Because I think it looks cool, mostly. Introducing pedestrian traffic as a factor of the sidewalk length could be a cool challenge. Oh yeah, right now pedestrian stuff is free. As long as you build a pedestrian implement, they'll use it, and they don't really slow each other down, do they? There's a mod for functional biking areas. No, I haven't seen bike drop-off. Not yet. Amy, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Oh, I might have it. I might just have it. We can take this and turn it. Oh no, they don't fit together. I want these to fit together back to back. I just don't know if they do. Or if there were a magically mirrored version of it. That would be pretty swell. No. What I could do... be like eyeball it like this. Or even line up those two things. The columns. It's just one building now. Easy peasy. Well, this one looks like it's going to wall to wall without issue. Welcome to Yumbletown. PO for mirroring. No, I'm using a bunch of mods. So this isn't no mods. I'm just using vanilla assets. That's all. Like I'm using Move It right now. Same deal. We'll just line up the column. We can match the height of this one. It's already matched. Just a little commercial area out front. Because why not? So here what I'm going to do is decide where this curve happens, because we're about to loop around the whole thing with a car road. You'll see. Maybe we can start here. 8 units. 6 plus 6 looks okay. Hmm. Six plus 6. Another one. Yeah, in principle. Valerio, welcome in. Does CS have underground bike garages built in? No, not that I know of, at least. Not that I know of. Now this one goes to the waterfront, I bet. If I had to guess. Now what must I do to get rid of the trees? I always forget. Tree snapping, prop snapping, prop anarchy, tree anarchy. I just want it to disappear. Just disappear the trees so I don't have to deal with them for now. Tree anarchy. Use the following settings to hide tree on load. Is this the answer? Is this the trick? Turn off collision? No, I want collision on is the thing. You're thinking backwards from what I'm imagining. I'm imagining that the tree disappears. Normal game behavior is what I'm actually requesting. Funny thing. Because the game generally makes the trees invisible when you drive a road over them. Toggle collision on road anarchy. No. Collision is... Oh. You mean turn collision on. I think I understand. You might be right. Why can I not see road anarchy is the real question. Network anarchy. Where have you gone? Show labels. We should be able to see everything. Is it under zoning adjuster? Where's my network anarchy? Oh, there it is. Collision was off. Yep, I'm sorry. Whoever said collision was right. Whoever said, yep. This should... Oh. The goal is to make the trees disappear right now. Tree anarchy. Allows you to place trees anywhere. Perhaps that does it. Hey, there it is. There it is. It was a team effort. It was a team effort. Then the height circle. No, it's all good. We got it. We got there. Keeping the trees out of the road since 2020. Can we see some two by somethings? That's 2 by 2. Oh, these are all going to be 2 by 2, huh? Are there any 3 by anythings? all by 2. I want some that go a bit further back, some with more depth, but that might not be a thing. Oh, they're all squares. I think they're all squares. Darn. Injured is a great game, right? Modern problems require modern solutions. Always. Oh. We got more trees where that came from. You can't just kill trees, at least not in my backyard. These are the only commercial that I can take seriously right now. Looking at the previous list of things. Is that vanilla? Yeah, it's vanilla, but it's covered in stuff. The fact that it's covered in stuff makes it harder for me to want to use the asset, like the signage. All the flashing and everything makes it worse for me. Korean building. What else do I have? Oh, geez. There's some tall ones in here. Oh, there's a bunch that go out onto the road. Oh, no. Why is that a thing? They just go out onto the road? Can anyone confirm? Do some of the Korea assets actually snap to the edge of the road? I don't like that at all. Bob can take care of the billboards. Yeah, but I don't want to go around and do that for all the vanilla buildings. Bob is cool, but it still takes effort. If it were one really crucial building and I just had to get it exactly right, then yeah, I would go for Bob. What are you? Eco commercial. Oh, well, that's nice. I like that. What level eco commercial is this? It looks gorgeous. One more kind of similar building, perhaps. Maybe one or two more little things here. Public market. Office wall-to-wall. I've never seen the office wall-to-wall buildings. Oh, goodness. That's a whole lot of building. I'd want that, but way smaller. Same thing, but less. And then high chance of paths and trees. I don't like that one as much. The rest of it's good, though. Do you think we have enough water and power? We're losing money. Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Price is no object. The money doesn't matter. Just little bits of green space here and there. Keeping people sane. Cool. So what I want to do is a little bit unique. It's not completely unique, but something slightly unique. Perhaps a one-way road that just roundabouts this whole thing. One-way road with no parking, specifically. Then we just roundabout it. And just have roads radiating off this like large roundabout that's now gonna have to go up and over. But I'm okay with that. Do I think mods to replace the DLC's features? Some yes, some no. Not always though. What train station? This one came with the content creator pack. It's really good. It's by Bad Peanut, I think. But it came with the... I forget what that content creator pack was even called, actually. Maybe the best way to do this is to line it up with this road. I have an idea. So this one, we can send it all the way out, 40 meters. Yep. And then another 20 meters off of this one. Should do it. What? Sometimes that connects and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how to predict which it's going to be. But sometimes it works the way I expect and sometimes it absolutely does not. Sorry for the flash bang. Could go down and under? Yeah, that'd be fine. Tunnel, I'd be willing to tunnel the road to get under the train tracks. That would be okay. As long as there can be other connections that happen. As long as there's other connections. Because this might even be how the highway may come directly to the train station in and around. Transit station pack? Yeah, it's very, very good. I answered your question 2 days ago. Oh, good. Network anarchy? Wait. Below. So it's, yeah, using network anarchy, you can tell this what to do. So if you just want it to be normal and have normal behavior, have it on the circle. If you want to go down, page down, eventually it goes underground. If you don't want it to go underground, hit the ground button. That's what this button's for. It's to stop it from forming a tunnel. So you can tell it if you want it to be on the ground or bridged. Here's what all the buttons do. Nothing. On the ground, elevated, bridge as if it's over water, or tunnel. You can force tunnel as well. You can force ground level tunnel. I think this is all on the mods page probably. But yeah, that's what a forced tunnel looks like. It's flat on the ground, but it's still tunneled. That's what it is. I'm going to send all of these nodes to terrain height, except for this one. Yep, that's better. None of this answers how the highway gets into the city, but that's proving to be secondary at this juncture. It's a secondary concern. Did that answer make sense? Does that do it for you? This was 6 plus 6, right? I can probably do something similar. We'll test it out. Yeah, it's just controlling the jam, controlling how that thing works. The trick here is probably to tunnel earlier. Don't forget to connect the last railroad. You're right. You're totally right. I would have forgotten. I did forget. Probably 6 units back. Yep. We'll do 6 units on all sides, and that will be the beginning point of the slope. That should solve everything. So this whole thing is going to be tunneled instead. And then we will slope accordingly. Well, that's obnoxious. Just started earlier, perhaps? Decided to go back and watch the past cater. The highway could be in between the railways. That I don't know. The highway could be in between the railways. Like, this is the highway. It already exists. It's just deciding how it integrates, like how it comes into the city, where it connects, where it dissipates, where it goes away. We already have a pretty strong network encircling the city, which is nice. That's kind of what you want it to be. Wow. Would you look at that? Haven't been over here yet. It's quite the thing. Love that merge. That's a death merge. Oof. Earlier for the win. Going lower without a tunnel, putting the tunnel when it collides with the railway. That would be okay. Well, here, let's see what that might look like. The problem is this. That's going to be the issue that I'm fighting against. But just sending the whole thing underground sooner is not a bad move necessarily. How's about... Let's just go back a little further. This is going to be weird to build under. I can already feel how this is kind of going to go. It's going to be funny. A little strange. Page down. This one's going to be tunnel. This is where the tunnel's going to start. 12 units. Let's see if this works the way I want it to. Kinda. Kinda, sorta. Continuing on. Yeah. That's not bad. I could dress this up nice. Figure something else out for it. As long as the road is underground enough to make it under the train station, I don't really care. To make it under the tracks. You like Overpass too? I'm curious to see how this comes out now. I've come too far. Right about there. Oh no. Oh no. Anything but that. Okay, better. If you go down to -10, it turns out better? Maybe. I think that this is supposed to come up from the ground. I know you're trying to make me do it so this is flat. I don't think that's how these things generally look in real life. They're usually at an angle. I think that's how they're supposed to work. I could be wrong, but... Wouldn't the tunnel block the subway station? No. Everybody's coming in and out over here. This is the way in and out. This would probably have a fence next to it. So in that way, it will be blocked, yeah. Prevent runoff. Right, 6 units by 6 units. Okay. Another one here. Why not use an overpass instead of a tunnel? I was going to. People said tunnel, so I was curious how it would come out. Either can work here. Overpass just looks much, much messier, in my opinion. Oops, Windows key. The flat kind of irks me because that's a very steep... It's quite the steep thing. And I don't know if it serves us. Maybe, how about a compromise? Not completely flat. Just until the little bit here comes up. I think that works well enough. The road being grounded instead of tunnel. I mean, I can show you what that looks like, but it's not gonna look very good. At least not the way I've done it. Let's see. Yikes, the cliff texture. No, at least not with where I have it currently. Has anyone noticed this? And does anyone know what causes it? I think it's node controller, but these get all crazy. You have to upgrade a road near them and it fixes it. No, certainly with the way I have it now, it's designed to be tunneled. Mohammed, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Keys. Sims won't bother if it's flat or angled. Correct. The Sims don't care about anything. Ewan, welcome in. We got trains. Are you not into trains? Of course you are. Alternatively, just things to think about, something to consider. What if it were this? Pedestrians hate him. I'm not sure about the curves on this side anymore either. But I like the concept. I like the concept. And then instead of key wall to get rid of the cliff texture, maybe. Let me try some stuff here. I'm gonna try a thing. How far apart are these? 2 units? Hopefully it's 2 units exactly. It is! Oh, wonderful. Well, that'll make this not too painful. No. Off to a bad start. Back these off by 1 so we get a better angle on it. Respect to the new roads. Will the metro tunnel be too steep under the road tunnel? I don't know. I forget which metro was facing which direction at this point. There are 2 metros and they're each facing some direction. I'm gonna get rid of this entire like wiggle here. There we go. That I can work with. We'll end up elevating a couple train tracks here. Kind of go underneath them. Yeah, once again, I don't know what causes this. It's a new thing the game likes to do. When you least expect it, it likes to hit you with a bunch of grass in your train tracks. It happens to roads as well, all the same. My highway doesn't wiggle wiggle, it roads. Alright. Clearance for this is probably -7 or -8, I'd assume. We'll do -8 in this situation. Yikes. Fix it. Fix it. Is it V? Yeah, it's V. I haven't been playing enough lately, as evidenced by the fact that I forgot how to go underground and delete. moving on. Straight on through. Little adjustment. Little adjustment required. But moving on. What must I do? There we go. Let me play. This one will wind up connecting to that. So maybe from here to here. And we'll just hit this with network multi-tool. It's probably... It's either a curve or an S-bend. The S-bend is going to be close. It's probably better done as a curve. Oh, nope. S-bend is actually looking pretty strong here. It's not really an S-bend, but the S-bend tool is going to do what I want it to do. We already know this is going to be a highway. Let's parallel road this one up. To there. And then just getting these two to connect and having the right pieces be underground. JD, welcome in. Hey, Daniel, what are you doing? What's the name before Pakistan? Bro, I'm gonna just chill for a second with the weird questions. You'll be back in a minute. So the highway further for the right? The highway further for the right. I don't know what you mean. There may be some sort of strange interchange that happens somewhere. But this is an interesting start to things. Lady, welcome in. Poxtaz, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was a conversation going on or if somebody was just spamming questions. One of them is fine. Converse away, please, but the question spamming was bizarre. It might just be a kid also. Keep in mind, internet users, citizens of the internet, it's pretty common that like people acting weird on the internet are children. And if you just remember that, they're either children or Yumble, one or the other. And if you just remember it's either children or Yumble acting strange, it makes it easier when it comes time to rationalizing their behavior. It's better for everyone. I'm curious to see if I just S-bend this, or curve actually. Let's curve this in. Nope. What's S-bend going to do for me? Oh, you can just switch between the two? Cool. Nope. Nope, S-bend does not have the mojo. This can come up a bit further, and we can see what's best in a moment. Pyro, that's why I ignore you. I'm not ignoring you. Not intentionally, at least. If it feels that way. Even old men can act strange and weird. Oh, of course, but I think that the world would be a better place if instead of imagining that you're contending with like a worthy adversary on the other side, just assume that it's a child. If they're being a troll, if they're being rude, obnoxious, or whatever, just assume it's a kid with their first iPad or whatever, and they're just figuring out how the world kind of works. And it's better for everyone if you just rationalize it as, oh, they're just, their parent isn't there to tell them that they're being weird. And it's the first time in their life. And then you won't fight with them like they're a real person. That's like, not that they're not a real person, but you won't fight with them like their crime is so egregious. Like, it could just be downgraded to a misunderstanding / a child acting silly. And everyone can get on with their lives. Isn't that better? I learned that from the Rocket League community, actually. So Rocket League is a video game about car soccer. This is cool. And somebody said if somebody's being rude or being spammy or whatever, like, just assume it's a child and move on with your life. Because even if it's not, you're better off you're better off pretending it is and moving on. It's just better for everyone. There's no benefit in fighting online. There's really not. You have no adversaries worthy enough to contend with. There you go. That's either going to serve you well, or it's bordering on narcissism. But either way, that's powerful. That's powerful stuff. All these heights have to be adjusted. Everything about this has to be fixed pretty much. So let's do this. We'll actually fix all of that. So we'll elevate a couple sections here. Ugh. This keeps happening. I think this is a plazas and promenades thing. It's been happening at least since that update. Getting all weird. Good reflection. Don't you mean car football? Yeah. Beef, beef, beef. Me on this internet. Just fighting on the internet. It's not fun. But the problem is it's really fun for some people. Some people really enjoy a good internet fight. I don't personally. I'm not interested. It's okay. It's okay. Go on without me. So we'll do all of these to -8 for starters. To one of these -8s. I don't know if they're slightly different. They are slightly different. That works. With my exact visual mods and setting, it's always changing, Has. It's literally always changing. Today is completely different from any other visual setting I've ever had. I've never had this combo of stuff. Weird. This does not explain where people are going to go to park their cars. It's probably another story for another time, but there should be a parking garage somewhere within reach of all of this. There should be a place to leave your car. Even an exit off this to a parking area would be not terrible. Soccer. Perfect internet fight is where no insulting and just sharing their own opinions. Yeah, but that's not a fight. That's just a discussion. That's great. That's great. We love discussion. It's just it's a bad faith fighting on the internet is not ideal. That's all. That's what I really mean. I mean, who am I kidding? This whole thing is just going to be elevated. Just get it out of the way. Just get it done. There it is. It's all elevated. I hate it. Some of them have to not be elevated. The first rung at least. Cool with that. Not quite. So that one we do have to elevate. These have to be elevated. That has to be elevated. Okay. That side works awesome. This one does not. This also didn't used to be a problem. This has been a glitch where the texture kind of tears, where the bridged networks meet ground. Not how it's supposed to work. Could I nudge it? Just a little nudge. Little nudge works for me. Good enough. Yumble versus Biffa roundabout beef throwback. There was no beef, though. I didn't even mention him in the original video. No, there's no beef there. Just respect. Just respect. See how this reacts. Nothing. So this side just needs to be lower, probably. Just a bit. It depends how tall the cars are, actually. This is probably fairly close to being correct. It doesn't need to be outrageously high for vehicles to clear that. Started an argument? I didn't, Greg. I don't know what you're talking about. 2-level metro at 90 degrees. I don't know what that means. There's no way nowadays that I can possibly read every chat message. That is not possible for me. Maybe it's possible for somebody somewhere. Not possible for me. But if you want to try again, I'd welcome you to do it. All the heights are gonna have to change. Yeah, there's all kinds of new little glitches, if we're being honest. It's tough to be a CS player sometimes. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Oh, football, soccer. Yeah, I don't worry about it. I'm just not interested in sports in general. Astro, thank you. Never even been to a Wendy's. I do like a burger, personally. But thank you. I'm just going to eyeball this. Usually I really get involved with these things, but I'm just going to make it work. And there's the rip that we have to try to avoid. Cam? Realizing the game is on. Post, yeah, Greg, please. Yeah. Snapshot on Discord is often a better way to express things than rather than trying to explain it verbally in chat. It can be hard. Hard to understand. Why not just eyeball everything with Move It? Like, let's just do it. Like, that looks pretty good. We'll eyeball this one. Eyeball meaning guesstimate visually in our video game. Ample. Ample. Looking good. Probably too low. So what if What if this one matched over here, and then these all had to slope? I think that would work for us. Just slope the whole thing. Yeah, there it is. That'll do it. Redo this one. Neato. Neato mosquito. A lot of character. A lot of character. Later, Greg. Good for double-decker buses. Poxtaz, have you been in the Discord before? TARDIS fan, welcome in. Smooth slope is always so satisfying. Yeah, I always try to do it last. The height of the underpasses. Oh, yeah. Yes, agreed. Sorry, there is a latency with chat, just so everyone knows. That's probably a lot better. Yep, much, much better. Maybe even this. Yeah. I like that. This one I never finished, so let's finish this out strong. Train tracks, please. Conductor. I don't think that's where I want this to connect, though. Not anymore. Yeah. This might work. Unless this is too close to the overpass. Unless this is too close to where it needs to be elevated, then it might get weird. But it should work okay. Uh-huh. Just crazy visuals going on. Crazy texture issues. For reasons. Oh no. Sort of that, except without the texture tearing underneath. But that concept is about right. I could just throw some rocks at it. I think it would work. Long time lurker, first time catching you live. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Carl, yeah, my actual like mental process and probably my mental state in general is much messier than my videos let on. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by a well-edited video, all right? The internet is full of people that are great at editing videos, and they're all probably more nuts than you'd give them credit. Or they're less well put together than one would assume based on the quality of their videos. Well, I don't like any of what's going on here, so I'm going to redraw this, actually. There's something not quite right. We could always just connect it above the road. That might not be the end of the world. I do edit my own videos. Yeah, it's literally a one-man show. I've never had any input on editing or anything. Self-taught. Trial and error. Lots of error. I think that's what I did before, but maybe we'll magically get better results. Anything could happen. Anything's possible. Amanda, how are you? Good evening. Everyone, that's snapback pretty. That's my girlfriend. She goes to a different school, that's all. I swear I have a girlfriend. I swear. Yeah, there would be a structural abutment. Yeah, of course. What I want is for this connection to happen here and to happen nicely and to have it be cool. That works right there. That does exactly what I need it to do, I think. I wonder what's standard for these. I want to say it's about 10. Maybe even 12. To get that back where it was, it's probably 12. Must be. She lives in the Niagara Falls area. That's a good guess. Right country, probably, maybe. Grand Patron, welcome in. Yumble's okay. Thanks, Pyro. Glad for the vote of confidence on that. Could this just be middle and life goes on? Middle's okay, except for that little bit of grass there. I can live with middle on those. Good CD players don't have girlfriends. Well, I must be doing something wrong then. I've made a mistake somewhere along the way. Something horrible's happened. This is extremely cool in my opinion. I think it's cool. This is the most extensive train project I've ever done, I think. This doesn't account for cargo. There's no cargo. Uh-oh. Cargo could happen somewhere else. Somewhere over here, maybe. Some sort of cargo situation. Or maybe it even breaks off and there's a cargo station and then it comes around and there's another cargo station. Down by the water. Down by the waterfront. Oh, Julie, I'm glad to hear it. Have a good evening. Thank you. We just have a wife and kids, Pyro says. Yeah. So I have this new keyboard, and it's a bit of a journey. So it's this ergonomic keyboard where the keys are split. I know it's kind of see-through right now, but the keys are split in half. So it feels better. My WASD hand feels much better. I had been getting cramps for the last couple months every time I played Cities from WASD being like uncomfortable and my wrist being uncomfortable. And it's helped a lot with that, but typing is still a bit of a task because my typing technique is non-existent. I have no typing technique. I just wing it. Something like that, and then kind of a little forest in here, some trees or a fence. What is that keyboard? It's ergonomic keyboard. Split down the... It's split so you can have your hands in a comfortable position. Each hand is actually in a different place. You can do that. There are some that where they're completely separate, and you can choose, because it's a bit unnatural to put your hands together to type. It's a bit like your wrists and elbows and like everything's kind of crunched up. So it does make more sense ergonomically to have everything out straight so that your elbows can be at 90 degrees. It does make sense. How big of a city? A large one, a real big one. Marcos, welcome in. Thanks for subscribing. I think that what we have here has less to do with this crossing road here. I know that there's some prettiness with the trees, but I'm going to get rid of them and sort of redo this. We'll just undo these for now. Oops, not that. We'll redo them when the time is right. It depends what happens here, though. This isn't a complete story yet. This isn't done. We are going to need the trash area too. We'll need the old pedestrian area stuff. Does that make sense? The garbage thing. I forget what they're called. I'm being honest. Like the garbage access point. All this. Service point. That's what it's called. So it'll need a service point. I'm not sure of the difference between a service point, cargo service point, and garbage service point. It seems to me that small pedestrian area service point does everything. And then the cargo service point just does cargo, but with 7 trucks instead of only 5. So it's more specialized. And this one's 30. And then the trash is 5 and 20. So I guess these are just specialized versions of the general service points. So a general service point can handle everything. It seems reasonable enough. Yeah, service point. That's it. It's not really a brand new series, no. I'd love to continue playing this on stream and figuring stuff out as I go. Having fun with it, having fun with the terrain, expanding it, making stations and stuff. But I don't want to promise a new series, because that's probably not it. There's probably an interchange that happens down here, and maybe it even goes up and over the train tracks or something. There's probably some big infrastructure piece that happens here. I don't have it in me to plan that out right now. I'm on some other stuff at the moment. So what does this really do? What does it mean? What does it become? These continue down but reconverge into another road. Probably. How does the vanilla game not have built-in... what am I thinking of? Like a one-lane, one-way road. How don't we have a one-way road at this point? Just shenanigans. I think it was this one. No, it was this one. Vanilla, one-lane, one-way road. Shenanigans. Later, David. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Europe. Europe is out here fighting for their lives, trying to stay awake. Crozoa, welcome in. Thanks for being here. This is just an exercise in creativity now. This is just like how interesting of a place might I be able to make. And then this will be 4-lane road because it kind of has to be. Huh. Oh. Not sure how I feel about any of that. Maybe when we expand the node, it will look better? No. No, there's no way. Delete. Go back. Go back. Let's try this one more time. It's only midnight. Alex, I'm ruining your sleeping schedule. No. A 2-unit, 1-lane road would be 90% sidewalk. Correct, Dottie, but I would take it. I would take it. It's just a paved area around the road. Much like this. It would be like this, but worse. Like this, but even more so. Let's take this back. Take this back just a little. On Vanilla Plus? Yeah, I know, but it should be built into the game. There should be a 1-lane road that isn't highway. It should exist. Because that's a real road, like a 1-lane, one-way road, or 1-lane, one-way with parking on one side would be very useful. Just a thought, just an idea. Well, or we just expand it. You agree? Yeah. Chill out session, relax before sleep. Oh, glad to hear it, Trim. Thanks for enjoying yourself. Guys, thanks for choosing to be here. It's fun. I'm glad I get to play this game. Glad you all enjoy it too. Well, slightly silly, but it might be cool. Or these could be paths. But I kind of like what I'm seeing. Almost. That, but with the same pedestrian road coming to the end. And then that sections off this area and this area nicely. There's a vanilla one-way... Right, Jose, if it's in the workshop, it's not vanilla, is what I mean. It's a game that... It's a network that we should all probably have access to without needing to download it from the workshop. That's what I mean. Better. There could be a taller building over here even, if we want to get a little weird about it. I like these, the circular buildings that came with this pack, like the little circular building here. As a precursor to all the tall buildings that are going to happen. We have to have a reason to have this level of train support in the city. Got to be a reason. This building actually goes over here. I'm sure of it. Special street for cargo buildings? No, they come with 2-lane roads. The cargo buildings do. Fairly sure. So any cargo building I place is going to have 2-lane road, or any attached road. So like the harbor. If I place a harbor, it's going to have 2-lane one-way road. No, wait, it's not. It's going to have 2-lane two-way road. Just regular vanilla road. There's a mod that lets you remove the square foundation from the bottom of buildings. Yeah, Surface Painter can do it. So I could go in and paint nothing if I wanted. But that's kind of tedious. I'd rather fill it in with pavement and then put trees and planters or something. Having a traffic crisis, even though you implemented road hierarchy. There's all kinds of factors. I could probably solve it if I could see it. It's hard to imagine what somebody's issue is, flying blind. Boot like that. Yeah, why not? Why not? Cool. Yeah, I would just finish filling it and then put in planters. So that's also Surface Painter if I decide I want to do that. I just don't have any good planters. I have to get my King Leno planters back. I've unsubscribed to everything, so I don't have any of the goodies that I usually have. But this is about what I would recommend. I'll have to get my ploppable surfaces too to avoid this frustrating little line that will follow us around forever. Yeah, I would do that. I would just pave the entire plaza. This would probably be signalized, and I'd be curious to see how the signal actually works out. But now that we have this, no, I do like the cut through actually. It is kind of nice to have the cut through for the cars. Is there like a 1-lane? Is there another tram thing that I could use right here? It doesn't have to be tram with bikes. It could be tram with 1 lane for cars. I would accept that. It could be this, even. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I like the concept. We really don't need bike lanes directly in front of this. Unless the bike lane is... Unless for through traffic for bikes, but the way I'm imagining it isn't... It's that this is the destination if you're taking this route, is how I want this to work. Because I could make alterations and make this work. That's the thing. Please add path for the gap. I would do something. I haven't decided on the road yet, is the thing. I know what you're asking. We're just not there yet. Or there's this one, if we want to let cars and bikes. Cars, bikes, and trams all at once. But the cars aren't really necessary in this situation. I'd be okay with ones that don't support cars. A road that's just for trams, maybe, or just tram pedestrian. Are these matching? Those match. Right. Okay. I think this is what we're doing. The more I look at this building, the less I want it in that particular spot. This one would be cool on this corner, I think. If it'll snap, then cool. No, it's not going to snap. But that works. That's a fine position for it. As a counter to that building. Maybe something else here. And then this one can move down. Sweet. We're just going to leave a gap down in front of the train station, I suppose. Put a curvy building there. So I'm only using vanilla buildings. This is all vanilla. It's all DLC. It's all built in. If you buy it. It's built in if you buy it. It's that easy. That looks good. Let's do the university, or the trade school path. Yes, trade school path. Between here and the end. Yep. Now this is not going to fly. No. What we can do here is Beag node. Let's do Beag node to make this work. Could this be a thing? I know there's a union mode set, a union node. What does this do? Yeah, that's basically what I would have done. And then we take node controller. The legend of Beag node says that the yellow one gets shifted till it's back where it came from. And that's the legend of Beag node. It's that easy. Then we put trees all around it and such. We need parking somewhere. What do you think? Buildings in these green spaces? Yeah, we need a couple buildings. Let's do a little residential area here. Path roundabout? No. Not here. Beag node. It's the legend of Beag node. It's very useful. Need to think about traffic driving through the station. You can't leave it pedestrian only. No, there's going to be another way around, is what I'm saying. There is going to be another approach and another way around. Well, how about this? That I could do. That would be the compromise. The compromise. Well, what's this one? 4-lane road with trams? That's okay too, but then we've got 4 lanes of cars cruising cruising this very dense pedestrian area. And I'd have to move everything again. But no, this won't be the only way around. This is a good way. It won't be the only way, though. Steven, thank you. Ancient Roman Insula Apartments. And Savannah, Georgia. I don't know. I know that you're very generous, but I don't have an answer to your question, unfortunately. I haven't seen those, but I haven't been looking for them either. So the answer is maybe. Maybe. Possibly. How's this? How's about we have a dedicated tram and a dedicated automobile? And then we see how this works out. Just roll with it. Just run over the pedestrians. No, everything would be signalized. There would be lights everywhere. It'd be very well. Everyone would be very well cared for, I'm sure. It would be fine. You saw some assets like that the other day? Feel free to link them. If anyone knows of assets, the Roman housing assets or Savannah, Georgia assets, feel free to throw that in chat for our friend. This, but 3 units. the empty wall-to-wall. I want a 3-sided corner for this. It's a cool building. Offices one more time. Just a little teeny tiny office. Not bad. Not bad. I could live with all that. Nerdy Side, welcome back. 2 months feels like a year. Yeah. I haven't done as many streams lately as I would intend to. But it's okay. I've been resting. I've needed time. Pedestrian. Oh, I just want to switch out the trees, don't I? This is a job for Bob. You can be young Lyndon. Perfect. Much better. Yeah, it's a nice little spot. Nice little spot we have here. I foresee something like a diamond over here. Some sort of interchange with a possibility to have another interchange here, but that's kind of tight. But it would be interesting, though. Add the parking facility. I don't have the assets to do parking in the way that I want, but there needs to be parking. You're not wrong. I would go to the workshop for parking. There's no decent vanilla parking solutions currently, in my opinion. None of them quite stack up. There it is. Elevated. Just to have an idea of what this is doing. Like what it might look like in the future. Cool. Potent stuff. Oh, some plazas came with this. Let's look into This is where the roads are? What in the world? Did not know. Did not know. Welcome home. Yeah. Okay, large fountain plaza. Let's align this with this. This building's about to get bumped out of here, probably. Unless there's a slightly smaller fountain. There's probably a smaller asset I could use. A lot of the stuff is quite large. Let's see. Small food truck plaza. I'm cool with that. Just a smaller form of plaza behind this building. Thanks a lot, Pyro. I appreciate it. I'll catch you next time. Thank you. Well, I think that's a good spot for me. We did 2 hours, 40 minutes solid. I'm going to save this up. Probably call it a night. Everyone, feel free to join the Discord if you want. New video comes out later this week, I think. I'll be filming something up on Thursday, so hopefully that comes out Friday. That's all I've got. Everyone, thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the build, the beginning of the build. I think it's cool. I think it's got a lot of uniqueness to it, and once it's surrounded with buildings, I've found that even if this looks a bit funky, anything makes sense once you surround it with buildings. It legitimizes the whole thing, but not bad. Alex, what's up? Yeah, that's all I got. Everyone, I'll see you in Discord. I'll catch you later. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already too. You kept up. Good job, Alex. Let's let Europe go to bed. That's what I'm doing, actually. This one's for you, Europe. Thanks a lot.